simulation theory. We're all living inside a giant computer program.
I've thought about that. I don't think that we're in a computer program.
Yes.
And like you watch movies like Interstellar, right? Where it's like we're stuck in this 3D.
Yeah.
In the movie, he's able to kind of get out where everything is happening all at the same time. Like he's able to see time like basically whenever he wants. You know what I mean? I just think that what if there are beings that can see beyond that? And if that is the case, is this really happening?
The Apollo missions were staged by Stanley Kubrick's in a Hollywood studio. What do we think about the moon landing?
I have a lot of skepticism.
Okay, you do have skepticism.
There's like certain green screens, or like you'll see cables that are hanging off of these like astronauts, like their harnesses where they're like floating and stuff. You ever seen videos like that? Then they talk about how, was it Nixon? Yeah, you see the president? Reagan? It was Nixon. Where it's like he's talking on like a fucking rotary phone and he's like, hi, I'm speaking to you from the Oval Office live. You're all the way out in outer space. And it's like, you're gonna tell me to some guy in outer space back then on his phone, a landline.
Line.
Conspiracy theories. What do you think?
We started talking about Earth and the future. We ended up talking about like, oh, we're only going to be here for a certain amount of time. I show Marvin this, Peter Thiel talking about transhumanism and outliving everything with machines or whatever. We then start talking about the moon. Did we really go?
Yep.
Marvin went down a rabbit hole with our fellow AI friends.
Yes. Here are some of the wildest conspiracy theories that have gained traction over the years. You want to go ahead?
Sure.
Space and reality. Flat Earth. The Earth is actually flat, and NASA, governments have been hiding this for centuries. Keep going, or
Should we want to begin? Do we talk about
briefly?
Yeah.
Okay. A couple seconds.
So, flat Earth?
Yes. Flat Earth.
What are the arguments?
The argument is that we've been lied to for hundreds of years, and the Earth, I guess, ends. It's a flat surface, and I guess you could fall over the edge.
And then they talk about that you don't go out into the sky, but it's actually the firmament, which is like basically like a lens. It's almost like a half sphere.
Ah, okay. So you see, what you see is like...
So, for instance, you see how is it rockets or planes, like when they're in the sky, you know how it kind of leaves like that trail behind?
Yeah.
That it's actually like water. It's like, have you ever seen a boat when it's in the water and it goes through, you know how it leaves the trail behind of of the waves that it parts?
Yes.
That they're like, oh, that's what it is actually over the firmament.
Okay.
Then they talk about how yeah, no, I don't believe flat Earth.
No.
Oh, no, the flights. Have you ever seen the flights? That they're like, oh, you look at the globe, and then you look at certain flight patterns, and then they say that from here to here, it's like, why do they have to make a stop all the way out here to put fuel and then go back over here? But if you look at the flat Earth, it's a straight line all the way across.
Yeah. Well, why don't they fly straight? Why do they go like in a shape?
The shape is of it. Well, because the Earth should be round, is what we're led to believe.
Yes.
Right? But if you look at certain halfway points, or if they say like, oh, we have to make a layover here to refuel in order to go over there, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like when you look at the round map, it's like it's so far out of the way. But then you look at a flat Earth and it's actually crosses over, and then you're like, that's why they're choosing there. Because on a round Earth, it's like, let's say it's a straight line. It's like down here where they're making a stop. It's like, why are they going all the way down to refuel? But it's straight over, so.
Or like that in the South Pole, there's like a hiding spot. Like it's like government.
I didn't want to get in there because I had a feeling we were going to. Well, the South Pole isn't a thing. That Antarctica is a wall of ice, and you can't go. Because there's certain treaties, I think different countries or continents or whatever the fuck, that they're like, hey, we're all agreeing that we can't go over there. So you're like, why not?
Yeah.
And so that's where.
Okay.
So what do we think?
I think it's bullshit. I think it's
round.
I think it's round. Yeah. The moon landing. The Apollo missions were staged by Stanley Kubrick's in a Hollywood studio. What do we think about the moon landing? That actually has a lot of traction where people say, no, it's true.
I have a lot of skepticism.
Okay, you do have skepticism. The biggest thing is like, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, I
that
don't know too much.
It happened so long, like it happened when we didn't have access to a lot of the technology. Like I saw these, you see those skits, those videos, and they're like, dude, you know how life was like back then? You would have to, when you want to roll down a window, you have to fucking roll down your shit like that. Like you had no technology. Everything was fucking, so much so it was just analog. But it's like, you want me to believe that the U.S. government went to the moon. They had the aircraft, they had all the scientific advancements to make it there when we lived such a, I don't want to say simple life, but in terms of technology, basic life. So I think that's where a lot of the skepticism
I
comes
just
from.
also look at, because then you also see certain videos of how there's like certain green screens, or like you'll see cables that are hanging off of these like astronauts, like because like they're harnesses where they're like floating and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen videos like that? There was like one time that I think a woman had her hair like gelled up or like hair sprayed up. You can tell like it wasn't flowing if there wasn't any gravity. Like it was just like stuck in a certain position. And you're like, they for sure put something in her hair in order to make it seem like it was floating.
Okay.
What else? If you look at how the spacecraft looks, like it looks like it was put together with like an arts and crafts project. You know what I mean? Then they talk about how was it Nixon?
Yes.
Was he the president?
Yes.
Reagan? I think it was Nixon. Where it's like he's talking on like a fucking rotary phone, and he's like, "Hi, I'm speaking to you from the Oval Office live, and you're all the way out in outer space." And it's like, you're gonna tell me that he picked up a phone?
Nixon, yeah.
Nixon
Picks
up a phone, and he reaches out, and he's just talking to some guy in outer space. Back then, on his phone.
Yeah. Let's see.
A landline.
But maybe he called it, maybe it was like a relay. Maybe he called the station and the station was connected to.
You think we went to the moon?
In 1960, like overall or 1969?
1969.
I think we went to the moon.
You think we went to the moon? With
do
limited technology.
Limited to the
Limited resources.
Not limited resources. It was the U.S. government, and they wanted to beat Russia, so it was more of like we're gonna make it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think.
Or is
so.
it,
well,
given what we know about the government?
that's true. Especially the more it comes to light, the more
it comes to light,
we're
yeah,
getting
'cause, like-
shafted. So this is not a new thing. It's just no more evidently.
Right. Like now we're woke enough to know
Yeah.
that we're getting raped. I don't want to use that word. Scratch that.
Yeah, I can't.
Now more than ever, we know that we're getting lied to. Everything has
Yeah.
been a lie, or a lot of it has been a lie. And now is when it's like, before it was like, how we caught you, or all these conspiracies are tying to this lie.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, we're not lying to you anymore. We're literally taking advantage of you, and deal with it.
Yeah.
So as we're more woke about it, it just tells me back then what's stopping them for having the same behaviors back then.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. So
I don't think we went to the moon.
Okay, I'm curious to know what our audience thinks.
You think we went to the moon?
I think we went to the moon.
Okay.
So
We disagree.
the first one we disagree. Okay, let me go back. We'll make this quick. Simulation theory. We're all living inside a giant computer program. Yeah. I guess.
I've thought about that.
You think it's plausible? It's like a simulation.
I don't think that we're in a computer program.
Yes. Okay.
I'd like to believe we're not. However, the more I go down the rabbit hole of technology, and like now AI, and like you watch movies like Interstellar, right? Where it's like we're stuck in this 3D,
Yeah.
3D or 3D.
Yes.
I don't even know what the fuck we're at. But then in the movie, he's able to kind of get out where everything is happening all at the same time. Like he's able to see time, like basically whenever he wants. You know what I mean? So I just think like, what if there are beings that can see beyond that?
Mm-hmm.
And if that is the case, is this really happening?
Okay.
Because everything's already happened in that theory. Because time is like, it's like you could just filter through. You know what I mean?
You can go back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
No, am I crazy?
I mean,
crazy.
a little bit, but what's the verdict? You thinking that we live in a simulation or it's somewhat?
Maybe. Like, I don't think we're in a computer program.
Okay.
But I think that we are, like, when someone says, like, oh, humans are so intelligent, like, we're so advanced.
Yeah.
But it's like, we're only advanced with the resources we have today. But then, like, let's go back to the pyramids, which I'm sure the pyramids are probably on that list. And if they're not, I'd be shocked if they're not. It's like, you're going to tell me that back when the pyramids were put together, like, slaves were pulling the sheets of rock from I don't know how many miles away in a whole other place and piecing them together perfectly, so tall, multiple, perfect alignment.
And those things are tons of
So it's like you think of like, oh yeah, they did it back then because those are the resources they had.
And the time.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. I think that if we stick to the timeline that we know of our advancements, if we're as high tech as we can possibly be today, it's obvious for us to think that, well, then back then, obviously we didn't have these resources, so it must have been done this way. Yeah. But what, like we talk about cataclysmic events, what if something happened that it was completely wiped? And then, you got to go through fossils and ancestors. But like you go into like some of these pyramids or like these caves that they have like all these hieroglyphics and they have like all these paintings and drawings of like things or like technologies that we aren't seeing today. I don't know. Maybe there was a higher, I don't want to say higher power, maybe higher advancements back then that have been able to put us in this for us to be a part of this. And then what is the point? Why are we doing this? Who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, what about you? I'm here talking like a crazy person.
In terms of the simulation theory? Or what?
But maybe not like a direct simulation, like, well, we're in a computer. But you think that this is just...
So you think that like there's no like free will, like you end up where like there's only one end and it's like no matter what you do.
Well, we all have the same end.
Right, but I'm talking about like, I don't know, where it's like no matter what choice you make, you always end up in the same scenario, like the same situation. Like you have no free will, like everything is, your life is already kind of like programmed. Is that what you're thinking? Is that the direction you're talking about or what? Because I don't believe that.
I don't think that.
You sure? Because you're thinking about it.
I am thinking.
Yeah, that's good. Point, right? That's good. That's good. Making you wonder. I don't think we're in a simulation. I don't think there's. I think everybody has their own choices to make. I don't think anyone has. There's no script for anything. I think you live life. There's only one button and it's go and that's it. There's no reruns, no redos.
So have you seen the Matrix movie?
Yes, a long time ago.
You remember it?
Not much.
I think you need to rewatch it. And I think we then need to come together and have an episode about the Matrix.
Okay. Any particular reason as to why? You just want to kind of...
No, because I mean, Morpheus asked Neo, like, hey, do you want to be woke and see what life's really like? Or do you want to just stay with, how you are? Like, I have conversations with Christina all the time. She had one of her friends over, Marcella, and apparently she's a huge conspiracy theorist. Oh, I didn't know. I fuck with that. I'm big into conspiracies. So she starts fucking talking to Christina about shit, and Christina, she's just oblivious to this. She's just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've never heard of that before. Like, who is this person? Like, where? Like, you sound crazy. Yeah. But then she's there, like, you don't see this, and she starts going to the videos and to this, and look how they're tying things together, like how typical conspiracy theorists are. Sure. To the point that she starts she starts to challenge like what she knows, Christina, and she's like, oh, like I didn't even think about that. Like, oh, maybe that does start making a little bit of sense. So you start to wake up, I guess, a little bit. But there's people who aren't, that they're just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, and this is life. Life is supposed to be like this. It's just what it is. Sure. Other people, I think they overanalyze and they start trying to tie up all these loose ends. And
and some people, they just want to believe that there's something out there. There's like, I think to a certain extent, conspiracy theories have a place, and some things have been found to be true. But I think a lot of times, if you want to see the connection, you will always see it. Correlation is not causation. Just because there are certain things that kind of like stand out, and some people just are far-reaching, but other things I'm like, yeah, this kind of, I'd fucking question it too. Like it makes me doubt myself. So I'm not like crazy about conspiracy theories, but I believe that there's certain things out there that are just where we've just been lied to, 100%. 100%. I don't know if we're gonna come across it. Let me see.
How many of these do we got?
A couple. We don't have to go through all of them. Faking of deaths. Tupac, did he fake his death?
I don't know enough to cast an opinion, but I wouldn't doubt that some people may go down that route just to avoid something bigger. I believe it. Play Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 5. One of the characters, he faked his death and he was living under some other person's name. In fact, this guy, John Carey, the FBI agent, whatever, he would talk about how, like, I think these Mossad agents or something, like, they would find, that they were, they were sleeper agents or something like that. I forgot. Okay. But, like, they basically say, hey, you're from Russia. You're a baby. You're going to be, we're going to get this kid who died, like, at birth or whatever. We're going to give you that name, that social security number. You're going to apply for all these things, and you're going to live under that identity. And once we turn you on and we give you the signal, then you just have to go and do whatever objective it was that we assigned to you or whatever. And then he had said how one guy was like, I don't want to. Like, I have a family, like, I'm living life here. Like, this is my normal life. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And I think, like, on the subway or whatever, some guy sat next to him and he's like, hey, if you don't do the mission that we asked you to do, we're going to have to kill you. And I think he turned himself in, some shit like that. So it's like, I can see, well, that's another way. Yes. Not so much faking your death, but that's assuming a whole other identity that's not even yours.
I think definitely happens, I believe, but I think Tupac is done. He's done.
Okay.
He's done. There is one that has a little bit. I've heard of this. Have you ever heard the internet isn't real? That internet theory. Have you heard of this before?
Oh.
One of the newer and eerier ones claims that since around 2016, 2017, the majority of internet content, posts, comments, accounts is generated by AI bots, and real human interaction online is now a tiny minority. The goal being to manipulate public opinion and manufacture fake consensus.
100% I believe that.
Given
to sway opinions, to break down, to build somebody.
For sure. No. Given the explosion of AI-generated content, this one feels increasingly plausible to many people.
Oh, this is 100% true.
I believe so too.
Yeah, bro.
Like AI is so advanced, so it's like certain comments that sometimes you see with the YouTube videos, Instagram, news outlets, the comments. 100%. I can certainly see it.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about AI, but I don't even think. I mean, now with like AI, bots, it's easier.
But bots have been around.
I think that they were just like paid organizations that they just say, "Hey, we'll fight with you if you give us money, or we'll smear this other person's name if you pay us enough." Or, "Hey guys, you want to make $500? Sign up for this case study." And it turns out that they're like, "I need you guys to all go on Twitter and talk shit about this person."
For sure.
AI just makes it easier.
Or like these bots, like even
reviews, on things that you want to buy.
Think about like dating, Tinder, fake profiles, and then they have they're trying to like either radicalize our youth or people that are, especially the young kids are so easily manipulated. 100%. I actually think that's pretty accurate, pretty true.
I believe it for sure. I think it's happening right now with real people to sway public opinion on certain things. So
let me see if there's another one. Okay, I think I'm curious to see if there's anybody. These are pretty much the only ones that make sense or have some form of merit. So,
what are your opinions on these conspiracies, and what are other conspiracies that you truly believe in?
I'm curious.
I think this should be a post. Comment down below comment down below what conspiracy you will die on a hill for, where you're like, this is for sure. I will defend this to the end of me. I want to know what that is. And maybe we can revisit this topic in the future to really go through those comments, because there's a lot of things that are happening. And now I think a big thing was that those Epstein files, where there was a lot of people that they were talking, and then that started tying a lot of things together. They're like, oh, wait, I can see how that totally could make sense now.
Yeah.
But maybe there's something else that you have that we may want to explore.
Or even think about like with Trump, the shooter, when the supposedly attempted assassination. No one talks about it anymore. What happened to the guy? Apparently the bullets don't match the gun that the guy was using. The gun,
he like took it apart to get down, and then he put it back together and then left it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I started seeing some stuff. I started going down that rabbit hole too. And that Tyler Robinson guy,
Big
Nah,
pl-
he's a ploy.
Yeah.
You heard about the whole ballroom situation? How they were gonna at first he goes, oh, the taxpayers aren't gonna pay for it, and then they had an event in one of the ballrooms, and they had just so happened to have a fucking shooter or whatever. Some guy come in. They're like, that's why we need to spend
We need a
fucking
bigger,
all
make
this
it
money,
bigger.
to millions on a new ballroom. Oh, and by the way, taxpayers have to pay for it now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, but you said no, they weren't.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we need to get it
need
from somewhere.
And then the video of the guy like running through it, like you want to tell me this guy was able to get through, like,
He just ran through like
Yeah,
it
he
was
ran
all good,
through,
and then
and-
everyone was like,
and the dog didn't even look. Like everybody, like, the dog didn't pay attention. Like everybody would look the other way. What a coincidence! They were breaking down the thing. It doesn't make sense, dude. It doesn't make sense.
have you
at all.
heard of all these like university speeches of like these speakers or these like commencement speeches of graduation? That they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
these,
like,
people that are
commencement
talking
speakers
about
and stuff
how
like
AI and the innovation, and they're all getting like booed.
Yes, I've seen that.
It's just like I'm just trying to understand, like, is AI necessary? Do we need AI?
I don't think so.
Maybe that's another topic for
That's
another.
another topic.
Do we need AI?
Do we need AI?
I want to know your feedback, and I know the majority of people are gonna say, "Listen, I think it's a waste." A lot of people, they don't even get it because it's just so much and it's advancing constantly.
It's so
You're like,
fast.
I can't keep
dude.
up.
It's so. It's so
I can't keep up, but I'm sure that there are others that they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this." Now, if you're just doing it to make fucking YouTube videos to make money, and you're one of those guys, those gurus that are like, "Oh, fucking faceless YouTube channel, making a shit ton of money because I'm posting dog rescue videos for AI," fuck you. Like, I get that. But to a certain degree, like, what if they are using AI to then manipulate that video of,
Yeah.
like, them raiding the ballroom that they were doing it for Trump or whatever? But, like, what if it wasn't even a real video? Now they're using that to justify saying, well, hey, now we got the money. Hey,
dude.
I said this, but now we got the taxpayers to...
Of course, man. So much fucking shit's happening, and like sometimes we see videos on there that are clearly fake, and like we're young, we're like, I guess somewhat up to date, but like that shit almost fakes us out. So
AI
imagine voices and videos. It looks so realistic. Imagine in a couple of years, dude. Oh fuck, dude. My parents are gonna. My mom would for sure fall for a lot of this. This guy.
They say that you need to have a code word with your loved ones. So if you do get an ad, they're like, "Hey, Marvin, bro, I need your help.
I got arrested.
I got arrested, and I need $5,000 for bail. You think you can help me out? I need your credit card number." You're probably gonna be like, "Yeah. What's the code word?" You gotta have one.
You do. Reminds me of this lady, this old elderly. She got like scammed out of thousands of dollars because it was like a Brad Pitt, like. Like she met Brad Pitt, and he's like, "Hey, I'm in the hospital." It was like a picture of him in the hospital.
I saw it.
And
She was dating him or whatever.
She was dating him. Please, I need the
It's like,
money.
you're not gonna believe me, but he's Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
Come on.
stupid. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, dude. But yeah, let us know your craziest conspiracy theories, something that you like you were saying, a hill you're willing to die on. I'm kind of about conspiracy theories, man. The more I kind of hear about it, the whole thing with Epstein, he didn't kill himself, dude. We talked about this bullshit.
But now, do you think he was killed, or do you think that he was taken out of his jail cell? Because what happened, you saw how there were reports of like the cameras not working at the time that he died.
Super sketchy.
There was other people reports of like a van being at the time that
Yeah,
it
you
happened
talked
as
about
well.
it,
Yeah, so we went down that rabbit hole, and then it's like, if there are powerful people who are able to do what appeared in those Epstein files, I'm sure they have the power to
Nothing's being done, yeah.
dictate or manipulate anything that we think is real.
I don't think he killed himself. Either he was like unalived, or he was smart enough to strike a deal somehow. Hey, if something happens to me, there's a folder that's gonna get leaked, something like that, dude. That guy was a pretty smart guy. I mean, you gotta have some form of assurance that if something happens to me, I'm gonna out everybody here. Very plausible. Even the guards admitted that they lied. Apparently they lied that the camera, they fell asleep, whatever. Lied. They didn't fall asleep. They probably fucking left, something like that.
You didn't hear about that 4chan post of like some guy who said like, "Hey, I was a guard," or no, what is it? Whatever. He had basically said the whole story of what happened, whatever. And they like rerouted the IP, and they found out that it was actually one of the guards that worked there, that he got subpoenaed to talk or some shit like that. I don't know. Is it real? Who knows? I can't believe anything these days.
It's all fucking bullshit, dude.
We're in a simulation.
It feels that
Maybe
way
we are.
sometimes. Seems that way. But that was fun, actually. What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm glad. And let us know. Let us know if maybe we sound like fucking maniacs. Maybe we're up to something. Maybe you heard something. Like, yo, I gotta let these guys in on something.
Maybe you know something.
If you're the guard that fucking fell asleep and you
hit us up. We'd love to have you on the show.
we put like the black face and the voice alteration on it. All right, guys, man. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Hopefully soon. See you guys.
Peace out.